Let's get nuts.
Oh, we all know it is far too late for this guy. Hello. Hello. I see my camera is cutting my head off. A little. I'll figure that out later. Hey, it's the bus. 26. Oh my. I beat Mama as your top listener on Spotify. That's hilarious. Hi Liz, how you doing? Welcome back from the depths of where you've been. Hi, welcome back. Lovely to see you. Was nice to chat with you the last couple days. I beat Mama too. Still very sick. Me too. I actually just complained to my wife about it. I sent her a text and I said, "How are you feeling today physically?" She's like, "Fine." I said, "I woke up, I had a bit of a headache. I didn't really think too much about it. So I took, an Advil or whatever. But then as I was getting ready and getting dressed and whatnot, I got hit with a wicked wave of nausea. So, I just kind of sat down, had a little water, which I left out there, but that's okay. I've got my coffee. But yeah, but that's hilarious. I beat Mama as your top listener on Spotify. Well, there's going to be 9 new tracks to add to the list on December 8th, so just over a week to go. Just over a week to go. And then the next album, Dreams and Echoes, will be released on all platforms. And top tier patrons, by the way, and members, you guys are going to get a digital copy of the album, as always. So there is that. So if you're a first class patron, expect on the day of release, right at midnight. Well, actually, it's going to be midnight Eastern time. How did Darth Vader know? He felt his presence. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Shoest, he told nobody but me about that. So he said, that's right, or a first class fourth wall member. That's right. I was going to slide into that, but thank you. But yeah, he told me that that was his goal, was to beat Mama as my top listener on Spotify. And I'm like, good luck. So apparently it took him fucking near the whole year, but he did it. Jericho, which is your fault. I did nothing. I blame nothing. Recovery of the shit that happened 3rd time this year. Sounds about right. As for where I want recovery of this shit, then I don't think I'm 100% catching on, but that's okay. Oh, Jericho, yes. That's a really good song. Actually, I have the a cappella to that, and I was considering doing something with it and just putting it out for free for everybody. Because, you have to, right? Copyright laws, if you didn't know. That's the thing. I am 100% allowed to remix any song that I want. If it is a copyright song, I am not allowed to make money off of it. So I'm not allowed to put it on Spotify. I don't think I am. I'd have to check on the paperwork because they have a way to kind of go around that to make sure that the original artist gets their cut. The reason I went missing, Shoes knows. I believe I heard this story, and if it's the same one that I heard, it doesn't impress me, but that's a discussion for another time. Top 0.5%. Holy shit. Had to go rewatch videos to get the numbers. That's awesome. You guys are amazing. You guys are just amazing. But yes, as Shoest had very kindly pointed out, not just on Patreon, but on Fourth Wall, I activated the membership there. It is exactly the same as it's going to be on Patreon, except if you've never subscribed to Patreon and because reasons, I don't fault you. I love you anyway. But if you wanted to, then Fourth Wall, their membership, the first month is 25% off until the end of the year. I'm doing it right up until 2024. So if anybody wants to jump on that, first month will cost you 25% less. So there you go. And you get the exact same things on Patreon as you do on Fourth Wall. Fourth Wall just makes it a little easier when it comes to some of this stuff. because I have it set up to release the digital album to the first class members, and it'll just be straight off of the store. So there's that. That's awesome. Hey Gothic, how you doing? Let me see here. So obviously, you know, I've been very sick the last week, essentially. We kept Jason home last Wednesday, and she, well, it's been an entire week, right? And, yeah, she's getting better. I think she's going back to school tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to go to work tomorrow or not, because, well, we will see how I feel later. First class is awesome, trust me. Hey. Save from a migraine trigger. I mean, that's fair. But yeah, this weekend has not been fun for me, and if you see me in the Discord, first off, I'd like to apologize. I've been a little, obviously, grouchy, because feeling sick and feeling sore and all of that shit, obviously. There's some other personal shit that's been going on. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, between being sick and the personal stuff, my energy has been shot. My pain levels have been high. I've been doing the best I can. Obviously, I skipped the stream on Sunday. Because, yeah, it wasn't in me. Brain is mushy. Yep, that too. That's the thing is, I don't know if we did or not. Right? I keep going to check if we have any tests in the house, but nobody tested. Right? We just kind of like, okay, this is gross. It could be COVID. We don't know for sure, but in any case, we're not going anywhere. Right? Which, in my opinion, is more of a way that it should be looked at. Right? If you're sick, don't go anywhere. If you're sick, stay home. Don't get other people sick, regardless if it's COVID or the flu or the cold or whatever. Right? But that's me. But anyway, so yeah, if I've come off as overly grouchy in the last week, I apologize. Obviously, it's not my intent. It's just, I feel like shit and I'm low on energy and obviously patience. You all know what it's like when we get sick, right? We get fucking grumpy bear syndrome going on, and yeah. So, sorry, love you. Anywho. Pretty fucking grouchy too, so I get it. That's fair. No, that's specifically for Pocket. Pocket gets the adult patients. Yeah, exactly. Stay home and use the modern conveniences like grocery store delivery if they're available to you. Yeah, well, my wife has been better since Sunday, right? She and I we have our own spaces, so it's not like, you know, we interact too heavily that way. Nice hot coffee. I haven't had a coffee in a couple of days, to be honest with you. I've had a lot of tea lately. I made a giant pot of tea last night, and that sustained me. 2.5 hours. Wow, no. Yeah, no, you're not allowed to eat the patients. Tea with honey, yes. We don't have any honey currently, so it's just been tea and sugar, and milk. Gotta have milk in the tea. My sweater is having a nice vacation in China. Because of course it is. Yeah, maybe I should talk about that too. Because I have not... okay, the music stuff, I'll get to that. I haven't done a whole lot of the music stuff, but I have been somewhat productive in the merch department. The new jerseys are available. The tour shirt is available. The other day I made a drink your water, take your meds, and be kind to yourself shirt in 4 different colors. Gonna be going for 5. So yeah, those are on the site now. The album is set to release to the patrons and the members. Yep, that'll happen. Actually, that will happen for us. Well, actually, it'll be midnight Eastern time is when I release it. Maybe I'll drop it a little earlier for you guys. Heard that in Bruce's voice. Patients are friends, not food. Odes Departed, nice. Yes, there is an ugly Christmas sweater, which I have not had a chance to get, because all of my income, my personal income, has gone to cover expenses. That's why I've been taking some brand deals. So, I have the brand deal with Dunn right now, which is in the. It's a timer in the chat here, so that'll pop up. So for any Americans who haven't got a diagnosis and want to get one, hey, my link will save you $100. But I'm also taking a deal with them for December as well, so. Because, yeah, missing work because you're sick sucks my ass. Missing streams because you're sick extra sucks my ass because I don't get to hang out with you guys. And honestly, that's more fun than pretty much anything, so there's that. And I don't know if you guys caught in chat yesterday, but fucking Raven. We were in a VC yesterday down in the Squirrelmas VC, which, by the way, I didn't know we were doing that until I noticed it like a week ago. But yeah, which is awesome. I'm all about that. But yeah, we were hanging out in the Squirrelmas VC, and fucking Raven with his tarot cards. And asked me, or made mention that he wanted to get, a squirrel deck. So, of course, rabbit hole me over here actually looked it up to see how much it would cost to design my own squirrel tarot deck. And it is not out of the realm of possibility. So of course, my wife, that's more her thing, right? My wife is like into the Reiki meditation, the tarot readings, stuff like that. That's her bag. So I made mention to her, and she fucking flipped her lid because she wants me to help her design her own deck, right? That she could sell it at the markets and whatnot, which I'm all about. I'm totally all about that. It should be rave squirrels. Well, that's the thing, is I haven't 100% decided, but I think that's a thing that can happen. It's not something that is going to be able to be done on Fourth Wall, necessarily. Like, I would have to design them and have them sent to me, right? And then I could run it through Fourth Wall that if you guys wanted, I'd have to ship them out personally. But, yeah, that's a thing that can happen. So, for any of you who are into that kind of stuff, because, I mean, I'm not. I am by osmosis only because it's my wife's thing. Yes, we can do 100% fully customized, right? So like the Fool, I could put my face on it. I would totally do that, right? Or the new sticker that I designed that obviously scares the council. The one that makes me look old, apparently. Linny! 29, holy shit. Hello. I buy them just as a collector's item. So would I. Honestly. Here's an example. You know what I don't get to use enough? Is my gaming dice, right? Like my RPG dice. But you bet your ass that I have got this set sitting on my desk right here. This beautiful set right here. That was designed by the Bus and Yeti. Right? These have all got squirrels in them. Right? These are like the greatest thing ever in my opinion. So you bet your ass they sit here on my desk. Again, Bus, if you didn't know how much I appreciate those. I mean, you fucking know how much I love those. Hangman could be shoes falling down the stairs. If he's okay, y'all making fun of it. I mean, okay, well, I mean, Schust is me, so obviously we could take a self-deprecating joke pretty fucking far, honestly. Those are amazing. Yes, they are. Oh god, if you okay, I gotta break one out and show you guys like how fantastic these are. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it though. Okay, so here's my 20, I think. But yeah, I don't know if you can see there's actually a little squirrel in there. Right? So like it's a transparent blue. This might be a better example if I take the big one. Maybe not. It gets pretty dark in the middle. I don't know how well you can see it. Probably not, but yeah, these things are fucking fantastic, right? I love the shit out of these, and the fact that they even thought of me is, you know, it makes my existence just so much more worth it, right? Look at that. Look at that. These are gorgeous. A D6. Maybe. No, I find probably the 10, or 10 or the 8. I think it's a 10. But yeah, you can see it better on this one. Anyway, they're beautiful. I cherish them like so much. And yeah, they sit on my desk here. And like I went to Moose and I went to Comic-Con 2 years ago, and I even got myself like, you know, a pewter-ish set. And they sit on my desk here too, but I mean, like, those things don't hold a candle in my heart to the squirrel ones. Those are just gorgeous. I love them so much. Shiny math rocks. That's right. That's right. BJ could be king and queen of the wands. You know what? This is something that I would totally leave to you guys to discuss and debate. Honestly, as long as you guys do it kindly. And obviously not seriously, because that dives more into a little bit, you know, against Rule 2, kind of-ish, almost, but not really, sort of. Plus hold the candle in your heart. Fuck yeah. Okay, alright, here's my free Posy Taco, okay? This is my freebie. As I've got... When I grabbed my cup, obviously my shoe sign went sideways. Okay. I don't think you guys... Yeah, you guys can see it right behind the chat here. Okay. The fact that I had this show up from the bus hits me in the feels in ways that I cannot describe. And I very proudly keep it right here. Very proudly. Because if our community can be viewed as the safe space that I want it to be, if people see it that way, got a registration for its illegal drive. That's fair. Go do your thing, Shoes. There is a death card, I believe. It's true. Yeah, but it means new beginnings. You guys know the meanings of that shit better than I do. My wife knows about it, and she offered to help me too, right? To give me ideas and whatnot. So, anyway, the point I was going on about is the bus is amazing. I can't thank you enough for your friendship, the jokes that you send me out of the blue, for, shit like that, right? And the dice, and, I just... There's a lot of you guys that fall under that. Here's an interesting segue. I got asked last night if I could describe a relationship, right? My relationship to somebody. And I laughed because I can't. Right? I can't. This is something that when I was getting my diagnosis for autism, and even before that, something I had talked to my therapist about, is the fact that I I have an impossible time being able to describe things like that, right? Like relationships and shit like that. I have an impossible time doing it. And I think a lot of it is alexithymia based, right? You know, the inability to describe your feelings and understand them, kind of thing. Describe feelings. Nope. Yeah, exactly. Right? So, because somebody else had asked me prior if I felt a certain way, right, about them or a situation or whatever. I had somebody ask me about that, and I could not do it, right? And I had to explain that in my autism journey, that I've had to have the discussion with my wife about the fact that I won't say I can't. I have a hell of a hard time being able to describe and understand properly a lot of the feelings. And right, we're not made of stone. Obviously, we have feelings. We have a lot of feelings. That's where emotional dysregulation comes in, right? The inability to control those feelings. But with alexithymia, it's the inability to understand and know what you're feeling, right? The only real true emotion that I will ever understand, like that I will be able to identify immediately, is rage. If I'm fucking mad, I know it. I know that I'm mad, right? Obviously. But when it comes to even things like happiness and whatnot, I have a fucking hard time being able to grasp and understand that, right? Okay, I'm the other type. I feel too much. It's not a matter of not being able to feel. It's the inability to understand the feeling, right? Obviously, I'm not completely fucking blank and soulless, right? Obviously, the feelings are there. It's just, yeah, I'm okay, I guess. Yeah. The autistic response, how are you? My automatic response typically goes one of two ways. I will ask, if I know who it is, I will ask them if they really want to know or if they were just asking, right? Because I have made that mistake on many occasions where somebody said, how are you doing? And I knew them well enough, so I told them how I was doing. That wasn't what they were asking. Or rather, it's not what they were wanting as a response, right? They were going for the canned fucking, I'm fine, how are you? Right? When I fucking dropped exactly how I was doing. Because I thought they were asking. Turns out not so much. Yeah. Well, I mean, there are a lot of times that I will just default to the canned one, right? Oh, I cry when I'm happy, mad, overwhelmed because my nervous system. Be like, error. No, I agree with that. I say I'm alive, as do I many times. Yep. But yeah, that's actually... I like the way this conversation twisted. I dig it. No, that's a huge one for me, right? So yeah, next question. Yeah. But of course, my response to that question, what I got asked was, you realize you're asking an alexithymic autistic to describe a relationship, right? Do you see the inherent flaw with this? What we ended up, because we discussed it a little further. It's logic for, yep, inability to process feeling, especially big feelings for me. Yep. But I had told them the way that I view friendships, right? Because I've always viewed it like circles, right? So I have had, how I used to describe it was like, how I describe a relationship is like Jupiter, okay? The people that are closest to me are Jupiter's rings. They may be faint, but they're there, right? They're always there. You may not see them all the time, but Jupiter does have rings. Those are my closest friends. My family members are the Galilean moons. They're the biggest ones. They're the most prominent ones, right? They're the ones that, so like work relationships, your blood family, things like that. And then the rest of Jupiter's moons, because there's like 97 of them, are kind of the acquaintances, right? So that's how I used to describe it, right? My therapist was like, what in the fuck? Thought it was awesome. Circles in a far orbit. Fuck you. You, my love, are one of my rings. 100%. 100%. Please, somebody shout out for Lady Z. When and where, buddy? Don't threaten me with a good time. But yeah, so that's... Space nerds use space references. No, I know, right? I know. But of course, she thought that was hilarious, right? She's like, yeah, that fucking tracks, yeah. So yeah, many of you guys are my rings, right? That's the way I see it. That's how it is to me. I can't describe how I feel about a relationship. Again, my wife fucking hates that. The fact that I can't process that into words. And I mean, it is what it is. Sorry. Tism brain be tisming. Tisming. You know, when you make words up, you should like try and grasp onto that. Anyway. You're like, should have put a ring on it. I'm back to being I'm safe. Jupiter has 97 moons, last I heard. And yeah, Saturn's got like up to 146. They've discovered like another 70 within the last year. Yeah, the FINE acronym, I've heard that one before. Alright, well then, I mean, fair enough. But yeah, nerdy reference was nerdy, right? So there's that. But, hey, here's one for you. Angie, you'll appreciate this. I remember back in the day. It says 95. Okay. I'd have to double check. Like I said, they fucking discovered so many in the last couple of years, right? Obviously, JWST out there, taking much better pictures. Hyperfocus the black hole. Oh god, Liz, do not get me started on black holes. Jesus, fuck. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. Especially within the last couple of years, Ton 618 being replaced by Phoenix A-star as the biggest fucking black hole that we know about in existence. Oh my god.
You just need to activate your hyperfocus.
Yeah. You should see my YouTube feed, okay? There is so much for, how did I describe it? I was talking to Cajun about this the other day. It's like a quarter space, a quarter music production, a quarter video games, and a quarter AI stuff. That's my feed on YouTube, right? So like, the amount of fucking videos on black holes and shit that I get, I love it. Mwah. And yes, they are one of those, what's the word I'm looking for there? They're a fear of mine. They are absolutely, I'm terrified of the concept, right? Because the ones that we can't identify, and there are many scientists that believe that there are just as many black holes out there as there is everything else. And we can't see them. So yes, it's a rational fear, that's what it is. I've got an irrational fear of black holes, but I'm absolutely fascinated by them. So, there's that. Right? There's another theory, too, that not just for Planet 10, your entire system orbits one. Every system orbits one, technically. It's Sagittarius A-star. Yeah, small but never zero. That's right. But I mean, there's another theory too that because of Pluto's erratic orbit, right? The fact that it is on a slant, on a tilt, that there's a theory that not only is there Planet 10, that there's another planet out either in the Oort or in the Kuiper Belt or beyond. But there's a theory that it could be a black hole that is also orbiting out there, right? So, I mean, we don't know. That's the thing, is we don't know. There is so much speculation. Planets on tilt, so relatable. Yep. So there's that. But thank you for this little segue. I appreciate that. You know, you guys know how much I love space. Solitary sun systems are less common than binary. That's true as well. Binary is actually the most common. Many of them being red dwarfs, some brown dwarfs. Melanoheliophobia. So, fear of black suns, I believe, would be literal. But yeah, fear of black holes, that makes sense. Yep. I'm absolutely terrified of the concept, right? If one just passed through the solar system, it would fuck everything up. Absolutely everything, right? Just a little bit of that gravity would just, you know, pull everything out of orbit. Black light, hello, hey. Fear of black lights. Yeah, no, that's super dirty. Anyway. Yes, Pluto and Neptune do. What they do is they trade being closer to the sun. Yeah, because Pluto's on such an elliptical orbit. Yeah. See, Angie, that's what I was thinking. Oh, I have the story that I was going to tell you guys, because we were talking about VIX in Town Square, and that is obviously, this is obviously not a chat for Town Square. Some of you guys got where I was going. Hey, Carbon Dragon, hello. Anxiety for no reason other than what if we died? Yeah. Oh God, here we go. Yep. So the story is, and I've told this story before, Shoes has heard it, but there was a friend of mine. So if okay, you guys, if you don't know what Vicks Vapo Rub is, I'm sure everybody does, but just in case you don't, it is a sinus cold medication, right? So like you put some on your nose and it like heats up and it helps, clear your sinuses. You can put it on your chest if you have a chest cold, and like the vapors like soak in and shit. It's what you line the inside of a paper mask with at a rave. That I remember the days when they used to do that. Yeah, petroleum jelly and menthol. Yes, that is what it is. So it is designed, and you're not supposed to put it near your eyes. No, you're not. You are also not supposed to put it near other sensitive areas. Now, the story that I was telling was, I had a friend once, many fucking years ago, like we're talking 25 years ago, back in my club days, okay? He thought it would be a genius idea that when he took his girlfriend home, because this is like back when, people barely knew about KY, sensitive areas, mucous membranes, all kinds of things, yeah. But what he decided he was going to do was that he was going to use it as a sex lube. That's what he decided. Now, the short version of the story is that he was single immediately. Fucking immediately. But you want to talk about somebody who was... I'm assuming front? I'm assuming. Again, I don't know. I didn't ask, right? But did you hold together long enough to even get near? That's the thing. You want to talk about somebody who was like, that's a story, right? Obviously, I'm telling it now. That's a story for life, is what it is. He was, the next day, so proud of himself. So proud of himself. I'm like, first off, how the fuck could you do that? Is she okay? He's like, oh yeah, I'm sure she'll be fine. I'm single now, but I won the race. How... Sorry. I'm sure she'll be fine. He hopes. Yep. Whether he found out again or not, I got nothing. But I'm channeling my inner Nathan Fillion. My body is for real feeling that. I apologize, but you see, you definitely has PTSD, right? Yeah. But you see, this is why I would not tell this story in town square. Because it's not exactly appropriate for that. But yeah, like, fucking legit. I knew a guy who did this to his girlfriend. Because I think at the time, and I could be wrong, again, this is back in my club days, 25-ish years ago. So, like, we're talking, like, the peak of trance rave culture in my area, anyway. So, like, people at raves using Vicks on ecstasy as a sensory thing happened a lot, right? So, how did he not get his ass beat for that? I have no idea. Sounds like a story of witnesses and air cadet. Horrible as shit, yeah. You knew the guy that did that to his ex-girlfriend. Yeah, she wasn't at the time, but believe you me, she was quickly, very quickly. Oh yeah, dude, you know those little the little nasal things? You pull the lid off, right? And it looks like a little lipstick-ish container, right? And you just kind of like smell it and let the vapors kind of clear you up. Like, that was a common thing. I don't know if they're still out there or not. But at raves, there were tons of people who had those things. Tons. So fast it was a retroactive, yeah. Yeah, she couldn't walk to beat his ass. No. Her ass was beat right then, unfortunately. Deep heat on a cold area. And next thing, yeah, screaming. Yeah, no shit. No shit. What about Vicks user rate? Okay, so back in essentially my prime, the height of like trance rave culture, so we're saying like 98 to 2003, 4-ish, somewhere about in there. Okay, so ecstasy was a big thing back then, right? Ecstasy, MDMA. So a lot of people, they were very, touch sensitive, right? So again, I've never taken this stuff, but this is what I see. But people would, in their little rave masks and whatnot, they would line the inside with Vicks, right? To get that sensory, because it already hits the senses hard. But when you're on ecstasy, right? I'm sure Jay could tell you better, honestly. But when you're on ecstasy, right, that shit is just like, the feeling is intense. So they would even walk around with the little Vapo tube things, the things that look like a little lipstick, right? And you just kind of smell to release your sinuses. Yeah, they would just use those for like a sensory hit kind of thing, right? That was how it was back then. Quarter-inch stick smeared all over the inside of the paper ventilator mask. The minute your rush starts coming down, the Vicks fires right back and fires it up again. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that back in my club days, that was a big thing because ecstasy was the go-to, the fashion drug, the party pill, as it were, right? I never had it. I never partook in it. But I mean, that was it. I was already fucked up enough as it was. So. Well, I don't doubt it, Mama. Anyone else smell Vicks? I'm sorry if you do. Yep, there you go. Angie summed it up pretty much perfectly. That was the story I told. Yeah. So, and you know what? That's one of the people that I just never really saw too much after that. I saw him a few times after that, but I don't think I really saw him again. Because we were discussing Vicks in the town square chat, right? Because I said that my sinuses were a little stuffed and I had a headache, so Mama suggested, put some on the sides of your nose, and then the conversation devolved into that, as it does, kind of like accidental cunnilingus. Don't ask, you had to be there. Should we also get into the purpose of grown adult using soothers at a rave? Sensory, right? Gotta get that sensory shit going, because your fucking senses were over the top. As in pacifiers, yes. Jay, give me your 2 cents on it. But yes, that was also a thing back then, right? They had pacifiers and shit on necklaces that they would use all the time, right? The amount of proposed autism. Stop even grinding your teeth. Thank you. Okay, there you go. Yeah, because that was one of the big giveaways too. Was if you were on, like, I don't know how big meth was back then, and I don't know if grinding was that an ecstasy thing as well. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I knew that, but I forgot because it was so long ago. Yeah. Yeah, if you're okay, so if you're sucking on a pacifier, you weren't, or chewing on the nub, which a lot of people did, right? And oral fixation stim, then you weren't grinding. There you go. I have a feeling there was a lot more neurodivergence in that crowd than a lot of people want to admit. With methany for a long, long time. But again, too, like me being the center of the show, as it were, and observing people and learning this is how you adult, that was the one thing that I always steered clear of. Methany making both grind. Okay. Oh, sorry, your jaw was the next day. It's not just cocksucker cramp. It's also ecstasy cramp. I feel like I knew that a long time ago, but I forgot because it's been so long. Which would make sense. And honestly, I'm astounded that I dodged all of that. Really. My brain isn't letting it go. That was one of those you had to be in the VC thing, right? That was me and Liz and Council and Fee, and I think Chris was there, and Pondy was there. Yeah, it was. Fee had said something, and I had misheard what Fee said, but it sounded like accidental cunnilingus. And then from there, of course, the jokes just spewed for like the next half hour, right? Including dumpsters and the new Schuster and Mooster commercial, apparently. Hi, I'm JP Schuster, and I'm CB Mooster, and we're here to fuck your wife. You know, things like that. So, yeah, choking hazards. Yep, that's right. Yeah, this is why VCs are an amazing thing. Because shit just devolves. Right? Jay can tell you. Back in Earl's day when they clubbed with real clubs. Just the thickest, sturdiest branch off the tree. That's right. Yeah. Back in my day. Nothing I tell you. Went south real fast. First time Council heard how unhinged I could be, says Filter. A commercial is not Panda approved. Yeah. I don't fucking doubt it. I wrote the whole thing out. No, I sent it to you, actually. Let me see here. Oh yeah, did you do our... Okay, so this is what it is. Gotta love auditory processing disorder. It makes some funny jokes. Yes, it fucking does. So here it is. Did you order a pizza with 12 inches of sausage? Did you slip in the kitchen and land with your dick in your friend's spouse? Did you engage in accidental cunnilingus? I'm JP Schuster, and I'm CB Mooster, and we're here to fuck your wife. That's what it devolved into. Yeah. That level of just, what the fuck? Because it's still funny. It is to me, too. Yeah, only hears dirty things. Well, I mean, mine did at the time. It 100% did. No, life, not my wife. This is the story of my wife. Life. Wife, and oh, yes. That's great. Oh yeah, this is the dumb shit that happens in VCs. Oh my. Oh my. Panda doesn't share food. Thanks, Joey. I appreciate that. Oh boy. I need to join more VCs. There is going to be very often what had happened last year, the last couple of years running, was we had set out to start a VC and keep it open 24/7 during the entire holiday. Now, the record, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong here, the record, I believe, is 13 or 14 days last year. Like, it was open 14 days straight, did not ever close. I think it was 14 days. I hear that they're not going so hardcore with it this year, but there is going to be very, very often, if you look down in the 18 plus area, you are going to see that there is the Squirrel Miss VC. And the primary reason that that was set up, and I want to thank Ella for this because a lot of this is her brainchild, is that holidays can suck for a lot of people, right? When they feel like they're alone during the holidays, that can really suck. And I think a couple of years ago, Ella was really, really feeling that, and decided that that was going to be what she did for the holidays, was to ensure that there was a VC open for anybody and everybody who felt alone during the holidays, because it can be a very hard time of year. Now, as Shoes points out, which I had heard as well, it's super casual this year. Doesn't matter if it closes. That's fine. That's great, right? But in a lot of cases, you are going to see over the holidays, down in the 18 plus area, you will see Squirrelmas as a VC, right? And again, the purpose of that is to ensure that nobody is alone during this time of year, because it can be really hard on a lot of people, right? There is, no, again, this is my opinion, and this is how I view this season, is that a lot of this is very heavily, I call it consumerist for a reason, right? There is far too much focus put on this time of year, and for many of us, it can be and has been traumatic, right? Being thrust into an environment with people that we don't necessarily want to be around because, ableist families. Have you got one? Right? Or do you have family members or people that are going to be there during the holidays that are ableist as fuck, that don't believe you, that don't recognize you? For a lot of our trans and rainbow friends who don't see you, who won't recognize who you are, right? It can be very fucking traumatic, and rightly so. That, you know, have kids, push them down. Push the hate down, deep down, yep. More like shoots. Yes. But yeah, anyway, not to put a damper on things today, but that's the primary reason that you are going to see the Squirrelmas VC down there a lot, right? I mean, any VC is open to use, obviously, for anybody, but because there is so much focus put on this time of year, then yes, that's why it's going to be a thing. Um, Also, I saw a hey hey. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all my non-binary neurodivergent squirrels, we would like to welcome to the chat Dragon! Suck my dick! Heart! I have to hide my identity for some of my family due to their hate. I'm lucky been able to man blend and not really get seen for anything a bit strange. I cut her up, but Dan has family. Some of his sisters. I want to understand. White turkey, thanks. I mean, that's fair. That's totally fair. Oh, shit. What did I just do? Oop, not though. I closed the dock, and I didn't mean to. That's okay. That's okay. There we go. You're back. All right, we're good. Anyway. But yeah, for obviously you guys know that in our community, we love you and see you for who you are, not for how society deems you, right? So I can't really push that hard enough that we want to make sure you guys have somebody, right? Even if you don't love and see yourself, that is right. So, for anybody who is not big on the VCs or has not used them a whole lot, I'm going to give you a little tip, right? If you want somebody to hang out with, you can either, one, just pop in, set up your own VC, and kind of wait. Or there's the VC Tech channel. If you do at voice chat and ask, hey, anybody want to hang? Anybody want to do whatever, right? That's the best way to do it, is down in the 18 plus VC text, at voice chat. Hey, anybody want to come hang for a bit? Right? Odds are you'll get a response. Not forced to be around those people often, thank goodness. Family I spend most of my time with is awesome. Good. Boys and girls and all my non-binary. Yeah. No, it's fine, Angie. I get what you're going for. Actually, that is part of why I made that most recent shirt, right? It works upstairs, but I'm saying, like, if you want to hang in the adult area or whatever, just do it in the 18 plus VC Tech. You can do it in town square. That's fine, right? But you may get responses from people that either are minors or just don't have the 18 plus access. And I'll be back. There you go. I hate that fucking talkie bot. That's why I've got that thing muted. I can't remember what I was saying. However, this time of year I tend to avoid VCs because all of the talking and... Yeah, right. And there are times that it'll get to me too. Like, Shoost is a little more sensitive to that than I am. Oh, looks like we're doing a self-care break. I wasn't paying attention. So, let's take a moment. Self-care. Go get some water. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the yellow.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Go get yourself a water or a snack. Stand up. Have a stretch. We'll be back in a minute.
The parents and other adult authority figures of the early 21st century were going to be terribly ill-equipped to deal with the first generation of teenagers who grew up, truly speaking, computer.
I did promise it was going to be quick. All right. So I hope you managed to even just stand up and have a little stretch or something, or hit the head, or, get a water or a snack or something like that. Yeah, when half the room talks over each other, yeah. Yep. I 100% get that. And again, that is something, this is a discussion that we have had since the beginning of the server, is we need to remember who our community is, right? There are people that get excitable. They interrupt. They info dump, right? There are a lot of people that do that. But when they do it simultaneously, unfortunately, those of us who have shot nerves, like Shoots and I, when it comes to a lot of that, get overstimmed, super sensitive. And there will be times when even I have to drop from it. All right. It's never anything personal. It's just that if there are a shitload of people talking over each other, my brain goes, ah, fuck, and then off I gotta go. What are tips for self-destructive brain distraction? Because sick brain means fucking hell, dots chill. Tips for self-destructive brain distraction? I guess for myself personally, I would need to have better context for that. Like, what do you mean by self-destructive brain distractions? I had to leave the entire Discord once because it was a lot for me and my anxiety got really overwhelmed and left for a bit. Yes, I know. But that's also why we try and cut down how much channel access we have, and we try to, by default, not have any notifications on, right? Anything else, the user has to set. But we have everything, like, at the absolute fucking lowest that we could possibly do. Everybody's telling me to burn bridges and be a mean bitch to people. I get that a lot, honestly. Well, like I said, in the last week. I have been extra grouchy because I'm sick and did a lot of pain, right? I don't mean for it to happen, but bad brain will be bad. Alright, just catching up on the chat here. Double whammy because I'm deaf, so I'm overstimmed. I fucking relate to that. Can't hear anyone, especially the person. There are certain people that I have to remind them that if they are like too far away from their mic and their mic, it doesn't pick it up just enough, or they're mumbly or shit, I'll get mad at them for that. Right? Like, fucking talk to the thing. On the flip side of that, there are some people that sound like they have the mic halfway down their fucking throat. I'll shit on them for that, too. Right? Because that crackling and that just... You know, you're overstimming the fuck out of a lot of people. My car's gonna pulse until I fall apart. Get the entire... Okay, so how to go less destructive thoughts. Forever lurking. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lady Z, I lurk on yours too. There are times where I will see that you and a couple others are in there, and I am this close to just jumping into the channel and being like, "Hey!" I tend to mumble sometimes. That's all good. Overstimulation, I guess, is a little more like combo and check the mail. Love that when you do. Okay, so right now the topic that we're kind of focusing on, Liz had pointed out that sometimes you get bad brain that is telling you to burn bridges and be a mean bitch to people. Question is how to go to less destructive thoughts. Okay, so a lot of the problem there is you're dealing with your intrusive thoughts, right? Many times you don't control those, right? Like, there are countless times where you'll be standing in the kitchen and just the amount of fucking random thoughts that enter your head, things like, you know, I want an apple, I should run this knife across my tongue, you know, just random fucking thoughts out of nowhere that, you know, you're like, what the hell? Why would I think that? Right? Again, intrusive thoughts. So when you've got bad brain on top of that, which is kind of driving the car, as it were, then yeah, burning all the bridges and shit like that, yeah, you're going to have those intrusive thoughts for sure. For sure. Couple that with an imposter syndrome and an RSD, it is not fucking good for the brain at all. Because now it is being driven by the fact that you think everybody hates you. You need to get out of our brain. No, I don't. Because, okay, bad brain is causing overstim because sick brain. Oh, yeah, because you're under the weather as well. Yeah, that doesn't help. I like to destroy virtual stuff when I'm feeling destructive. What I used to do, honestly, and I've told this story before, is when I got home from the clubs, I would play the original Grand Theft Auto game. And I would just fucking go on a murder spree. Right? That always helped me feel better. Is it something I would recommend for everybody? No, probably not. But, I mean, it works for some. It doesn't work for others. They deserve better than me is also a reason everyone hating being... Yeah. Because no one will notice, yeah. Yeah, going on rampages. Yeah, shit like that. But again, that's not necessarily, yeah, like the top-down craptastic one. Yes, Angie, I'm talking like fucking 2001, I think this was. I read and say fuck reality. In my case, oh, you know what I just noticed? I totally did not fucking turn these on. What a dink. What I do in a lot of cases is I will dive into music, honestly, or art, right? Because that's, in a lot of cases, that's how I deal with a lot of shit. And because I'm artistic as fuck. Yeah, I think you're right. Saving Mars. Yep. That's again, thank you for that, Lady Z. That's one that I was dabbling in over the weekend as I was not feeling my super best. Where did you go, you fucker? There you go. As he just notices that he fucking forgot to turn these on. Again, what a dick. What a guy. Come back to that game, is always something different and fun. That's awesome. By the way, hi, Turtle Mama. I did see you. I told myself to think of people care for me, they clearly don't. Why do I bother? AKA burn the bridge now. Oh, yeah. I relate to that. I totally relate to that. Because I didn't think anybody would notice or care. Yeah. Right? Yeah, there are a couple that have that I've noticed that had done that in the past, and you can ask them how that went for them when I found out. Yeah, no shit. Pro streamer on deck. You know it. You know it. And especially over this weekend. Again. Not just because... Jasa? Did you put the dogs outside? Bring them back in, please. You don't have to put them in the bedroom. Just bring them in the house. I didn't put them out. And I'm getting tired of listening to them bark. Anyway. Over this weekend, right? Being sick. So, again, Liz, I can relate to that. Having this sick brain on top of everything else. Having the standard imposter syndrome, intrusive thoughts, the RSD, all of that, right? And then I had some personal shit that I'm still dealing with. So yeah, I get it. I fucking 100% get it. I have been borderline mute the past 3 or 4 days just because talking was a lot of effort. Right? It was problematic for me. So, and I mean that happens, right? That happens to a lot of people. So yeah, that's where I was the last couple of days. And I still kind of am. But one of the best things that I had learned was from Cyboozled when it comes to, you know, your brain acting like a dick. Is think about 5 close people in your life and how you treat them. And do you treat yourself the same way? Right? That you should treat yourself with the same amount of patience and courtesy and... Oh, I see Botrix finally decided to step up. Hi, Story. And Technicolorful, I do see you guys, by the way. I just want to say a quick hi, you amazing people. Husband sick. Night to help his imposter thoughts. That's fair. Husband doesn't accept my muteness. I still haven't figured out how to be nonverbal when appropriate. It's difficult for me as well, right? Because there are still a lot of times where your default, especially as a late diagnosed or a late realized, your default is to push through it and just mask it and just, you know, do it anyway, which exhausts you further. So I get that. I overthink and create imaginary scenarios. I think all of us do. Sick brain has made it 10 times worse. Now, you keep saying sick brain. Now, you're talking like having the flu or whatever you have. I only say that because I thought you had said it was the flu or something to that degree. I could be wrong. Use words and noises to communicate. It helps. Okay, thanks, Liz. I just wanted to be sure. Just push through. Yep, exactly. But yeah, that's that's one of the ones that I still have to fucking deal with. Is as much as I try to, unmask for myself, there are things like when, going selectively mute, I guess, when the brain decides that, nope, talking is too much and I can't do it. How to deal with that around here. Right? So a lot of times for me it's text. Right? My wife and I will text instead. So there's that. Story says in my house we use house sign or our version of sign language. That's cool. My husband is oddly ableist for an ADHDer. There are some, aren't there? There really are. Full force of my shit meter. I agree with that. Over the weekend, I've had a very hard time struggling with that. Is trying to keep my shit meter in check, shall we say, and not lash out and lose my ever-loving fucking mind on somebody. No, you're not, Liz. No, you're not. Because his and mine go neck and neck, and I know where mine goes. Pizza and salad, hey! Both loaded with 3 to 4 types of cheese. You're right, you lost me there. We text each other until speaking if possible or needed for adults. We force communication with the hatchlings. They don't understand the... And you know what? Same with me. When it comes to Jasa, right? That is one of... I will force that as best I can, right? Because, like, her understanding of shit is amazing for an 11-year-old. Amazing. But there are still some things that she doesn't, and, I want to ensure that, we can still communicate as best as possible. And so, yeah, I will force with her. I have very little issue with that. Do hand signals. Flapping the bird. Not taking shit is not good things. Nope. Push me on. Beyond safe is like going from 0 to 100. Pure truths and not pure meaning. Oh no, it is both. Trust me. It is pure truth. And pure, you're going to fucking feel the wrath. Again, this is why I, at the top, had to apologize, or felt like I did, because I felt like I was approaching that. And given my current situation, it is unwarranted. Shut up, dog. Okay, I'll give you an example. And this is not this isn't I'm just giving an example off the top of my head. Okay. Nice. So let's say, for example, being in a VC with somebody, and they decide that they are going to start self-deprecating and bashing themselves and whatnot, right? That's a case where you're gonna fucking feel the wrath, right? You are gonna get the unfiltered. You're gonna be told to smarten the fuck up. You know, not the gentle head pat. You know, it's okay. No, it's gonna be, what the fuck? Knock it off, right? Or if, you know, somebody's poking too far at somebody, makes a joke that, again, I'm just making shit up here. A lot of it would have to be situational. I'm not gonna lie, but those are the only ones that I can come up with off the top of my head. If somebody goes too far with something, right, which that happens a lot. There are a lot of us that we go too far with a joke. We think it's funny. Somebody else doesn't. Feelings get hurt. You apologize, take ownership, and move on, right? But there would be times where it'd be like lashing back on them. I went real zero, so I couldn't kick someone from the server because it's that point currently. Unfuck yourself, you amazing human. That works too. It's the difference between using KY and Vicks, yeah. Pretty much. And showing them receipts. Intriguing. Excuse me. Music. Oh yeah, that's one thing that I've been working on. I do have to... I will mention it again, only because I said I mentioned it in Town Square there. I said I'm not doing that. And I'm saying bring it. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, one of the things that I asked people to clip and immortalize for me. Because reasons. I actually last night I decided that I was going to compliment myself. So I said, you better clip that.
I just wanted to be a real squirrel.
Polabama87 wants you to make up some bullshit about a random item in your room.
I'll get to you in a second. But yeah, I said, ready for it, this is rare, so somebody clip it, and B did. But I had to compliment myself. I said, for all the bullshit my mind likes to tell me and beat me down with constantly, I can at least say I fucking rock it artistically. Because I've created a steampunk world and a storyline to develop for a novel, numerous cartoon projects that I've done, all kinds of music over the past couple of decades, including one that you're listening to right now. You know, we've created an entire lore. You know, so I helped set the foundation for that. You know, ADHD Incorporated. If anything, I can make a fucking story happen. You know, I can make music, I can make art, and so I had to actually pay myself a compliment on that. So again, clip that. Proud of you for complimenting yourself. Thank you. Shower front yard stone hot as fuck. All right, Siege, catch you later. Catch you back up. There we go. All right. And cookies for anybody who wants it. I see a raw creature. Cookies! Hey, cookies coming through, baby. Anyway, yeah, music or not so much music project. I'm just kind of taking a little bit of a break, a pause, if you will, before I get into the hardstyle stuff. I'm now working on a music video that I've wanted to work on for like 9 months. So I decided that I'm going to make that next. And it's going to be the music video for Yesterday. So I have to thank Chris for helping me on the story on that one. So I created a whole story for that. Is it your birthday, Raw? Shut the fuck up, really? Happy birthday, Raw! Alright, yeah, thanks for the shout out there. Yes, your birthday, happy birthday to you. Yay! Happy womb evacuation day. Womb eviction day. Womb eviction anniversary. There you go. That's the one I was looking for. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm working on a music video for yesterday. So, and if you forgot which one that is, I actually have set up, and it's going to be interesting because it's going to be an AI video, because of course it is. This one. Where are we? There it is. So yeah, I'm doing a music video for this one. It's going to be done. It's going to be somewhat animated. Yes, the xylophone song. Yeah, that one. So it's going to tell a story of a character that I just kind of created for it and ended up doing a comic book cover. The character is Nova 7. And she is going to be like in a little cyberpunk world. She's going to be breaking into a place and stealing information off their server, and then she encounters a face from her past. So yeah, I'm trying to tell a story that relates kind of to the lyrics as best I can. So yeah, again, I want to thank Chris for helping me storyboard that. But yeah, it's going to be, I think it's 100. It's between 70 and 100. No wait, 70 plus and then double up for that. So it's going to be like 85-ish. Maybe 90 different scenes that I have to create and then animate, meld in between them. And it's going to take a while, but that's the one project that I'm kind of setting my sights on next. Just so you guys are aware. And the tarot cards. So, Jesus Christ. Oh, and there is one music project that I am going to work on the side, which will make Vespa happy. I'm taking the Kiss This, the 2-hour music challenge, and I'm redoing it to release. So there's that. It's like an Elmo with chainsaws. Because of course you would. I mean, why wouldn't you? That just makes sense. You're pretty keen yourself. Hey! There's a word I haven't heard used properly-ish in a long time. In my head it does. That video, when that gets done, by the way, with the characters that I designed for all of the staff, that's gonna be a fun one too. I guess my brain is like an otter, because facts. My brain is like an otter, floating on its back in the water. Maybe? I'm confused. I'm always confused. Anyway. I digress. Hey! Sorry, jamming out now. Getting shit against a wall to break it. Killing gators and crocs? Maybe? Otters are scary. Like weasels? Like water weasels? Water ferrets? They're in the same family as a weasel and a mongoose and a meerkat, are they not? Pretty sure they are. Like the same genus type, anyway. Taking a gator to the water. Holy shit. And yeah, so that's what I thought. Because yeah, if ever I wanted to get a picture of a meerkat done properly, and a lot of times I would have to either tell it to make a mongoose or a weasel or a ferret. If it wasn't doing it right. Anywho. Skunks, weasels, wolverines, and badgers. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Sorry, this moment of echolalia was brought to you by Schuster and Mooster.
Did you light your dorm on fire trying to ignite farts? Did your neighbor trim their grass and your toes?
Getting a divorce because you fucked around and they found out?
I'm JP Schuster.
And I'm CB Mooster.
And we're here to fight for you.
Automotive accidents.
Medical malpractice.
Workplace injury.
Accidental amputation.
Call Schuster and Mooster at 1-800-DUMP-STAR.
How did our phone number end up like this?
I don't know, I just work here. Schuster and Mooster.
Attorneys at law.
My dad worked at a bakery.
We'll go to great heights for you.
Unless you're Cass, then it's regular height.
By hiring Schuster and Mooster LLC, you acknowledge that no one should act or refrain from acting based solely upon the legal advice provided by Schuster and Mooster LLC, without first seeking much better qualified legal and/or professional advice.
Love you, Chaos. No, all I hear is fuck your wife. There's a part of me that wants to apologize for that, and another part's just like, no, that was funny. Take it and like it. That's what she said? I don't know. Anyway. Thank you, Echolelea, for diving me into a commercial break. Oh boy. Anyway. Oh boy. And hi, Brookie. I see you. Mwah. Want to throw a reminder at you for the merch stuff. You know what? Maybe I'll do a little bit of a sale here coming up for the holidays. Maybe, just maybe. Anyway, so the jerseys are out. The tour shirt is out. Drink your water, take your meds, and be kind to yourself shirt is out in 4 different colors. I'm going to make a 5th one because Lady Z asked me to. Yeah. There's Squirrel Squad leggings that are out, which I think are pretty fucking awesome, but that's me. So yeah, thank you for that, Gothic. I appreciate that. Or squirreldad.com will get you there. But yeah, and don't forget too, if you're a Fourth Wall member or a patron, you have a discount code. Use it. That's why I gave it to you. If you're on Patreon, yeah, if you're a patron or a member on Fourth Wall, then yeah, you have a discount code. Check your messages. Now to go shopping after stream. Oh boy. Don't be like me and not use it. Yeah, Polar Bear Mama forgot to use it. Are characters randomly chosen for the people in chat? Or is that your, if you have not chosen your own, which you do, like, if you scroll down under the, are you on mobile or on desktop? Because if you're on desktop, you have to do it in the chat. You go up to the top of the chat and it's the pink, purple, SA for stream avatars. Then you can design your own. Yeah, the Fourth Wall members have it applied automatically. But yeah, for the little stream avatars, you design your own. And if you don't design one, then it just assigns you one. Yeah, they're... Oh yeah, 100%, right? A lot of them are small margins, right? So like, those of you that are using the bigger discount, trust me, I'm not making much off of it. You don't have Dino, so I did Kirby. Perfect. Where does one design on mobile? Again, I think it's, if you open in the chat, it's up on the top. There should be an icon. For the stream avatars. And then I think it takes you to that and you design them in there. I think. Oh yeah, like I legitimately debated dropping the discount for the top tier because I was making this much, right? So I was considering, I still might, right? It'll still be bigger than the others, but I might drop it down a little bit because, yeah. Yeah. Not to be that guy, but I also don't want to fuck you guys over too, right? Which is partially why it took so long for us to get some of the designs over from Streamlabs over to Fourth Wall, because the price just, it was like, for example, the all over print shirts, right? The cost on them was just, at the time, nope. It was like $10 more per kind of thing. So I'm like, nope, we're not doing that. But now, now we have access to pretty much everything on Fourth Wall. So that's where I'm just designing everything and gonna shut the other one down. That's my job. Haha. There you go. Yep. Yeah, subs and biddies. Always appreciate those. You guys know I appreciate the shit out of you. And the donos, yep, always appreciate those. And again, if you can't, that's fine. Again, it's that time of year, so I know that finances are... Money has been fucking hard this year, period. You know, with the way everything is, and the cost of this, and the fucking price jump on that, and yada yada. Fucking ridiculous. Hey, biddies! But that's also why I was saying, too, that if I do design those tarot cards, right, I have to have them shipped to me, and then I can ship them out from there, kind of thing. You go choking on that. And yeah, Dragon, I agree with you. I say to the gift of my love. Raw, you totally do, and I totally have, you know what? Right here. Right here. I haven't had a chance to put them up yet, but... You got this a hobby. Hey. And a stimmy. Hey. Now, believe me, gifts like this are fucking so good. You know, like the back here, the safe space thing, like just to have it, yeah. Well, and Gothic too. Like, another thing is out here, they uncap the cost of electricity and shit like that. Hey. So yeah, it's fucking insane how much we pay for things like power and heat and whatnot out here, because they uncapped it. It's gonna become Squirrel Central. I mean, maybe. It just might. You never know. At least, you know, somewhere in the area. We got some folks in Calgary and whatnot too, so there's that. Raise the fucking rates again. Oh no, ours is uncapped, right? Ours, the cost of it went up from last year 128%. And right now, not to get too much into it, but right now, the political, or like the provincial party is fighting with the federal party, and they're doing such stupid shit because like they're claiming that we're gonna fucking have like blackouts in the middle of winter and shit, like all scare tactics. It is shit. I was gonna do a video on this about how much it pisses me off, and this applies to like politics or mental health or whatever. Just anything in general. It pisses me the fuck off when somebody says something that is blatantly and provably untrue, and then just repeats it and repeats it and repeats it and repeats it and repeats it, right? As if it's going to be true. I will give you, now I'm going to get political on this one here, but this is my example. My example is when people say that Trump is mentally coherent and is like, you know, they brag about how fucking smart this guy is and whatnot, when he is provably losing his fucking marbles, and like you could see it on videos, right? Thinking that he's still back in 2008 or something because Joe Biden is apparently Obama and shit like it's just, and his fucking yes men just repeat over and over, right? He's super smart. He's sharp as a tack. His intellect is great. Blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, he's getting fucking dementia over here, right? That's my one political example. But, like, the people that continue to say, like, for our community, that, you know, ADHD can be cured by eating fucking carrots, drinking kale juice, and having a run around the block. And then just, Like, that's provably wrong. Provably wrong. Right? Diet obviously is a factor. Exercise obviously a factor. But when they say this over and over and over and over, when they are continually disproven, right? That's not fucking true. Stop saying it. And they keep doing it. Okay? Daniel Amon, another prime example, the guy who made up his 7 subtypes or whatever, right? And like, he was debunked twice by the American Psychiatric Association, right? He was proven over and over that he's full of shit, that brain scans cannot identify, that cannot diagnose you with a brain scan, right? Brain scans are obviously helpful and super useful, but they're not something that will diagnose you. And the fact that he keeps saying it over and over and over, right? Just because you fucking repeat it does not make it true. Drives me fucking batshit. And I can't remember how the hell we even got onto this. Honestly. Sorry, I'm just backtracking to see how the hell I even got off on that rant. Oh, about the electricity. Is Botrix Automa? Botrix is, it's a mod. It can be an auto mod, but it's a bot that I use, like this overlay here, right here in the chat, right? The only reason that I keep Botrix right now is because of this, because it's pretty. But I may be... Oh, thanks for the reminder, Mama. I forgot about that. But yeah, this is the only reason I keep Botrix right now, and I may actually be changing that because I found another one that Harris Heller recommended. But anyway, yeah. So the card, that's right, the card. I had forgotten about that. Was to was it? I like that it makes me yellow. Was it to just pick something and make up some bullshit about it? Was that the one? Remind me here. And again, I apologize for going off on a fucking rip like that and forgetting all about it. But hey, welcome to the server. Anyway, alright, so as per requested by the Streamloots card. By the way, Streamloots cards, if you want to see me do some dumb shit, get yourself some. They're cheap and they're fun. You can also get them with channel points. Anyway, so here's what we got. Right on my desk here, I've got a thingy of Clorox wipes, is what this is. Now, a lot of people would tell you that these are for, you know, wiping down your keyboard or your mouse or other things like that. What I do with these, actually, is when Sabine comes in here, what I will do is I will use this as like, almost like a mouthwash. So I will wash her mouth out to make sure that she is, you know, not having stinky breath and shit like that. And then when she comes in and farts, basically what I will do is I will take one of these and I will jam it. No, I won't do that. But I use these to clean my dog, is what no, I totally don't. That is total bullshit. Disclaimer, do not use this on pets. Don't. Just don't. Just fucking don't. Yeah, too far. Yeah, I went too far with that one. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Cute little package of what? I got those for Christmas last year. And they sit on my desk here, and every now and again I wipe my keyboard and shit with them. Like the mouse and a little bit of my space here. Is that even safe for dogs? No, it is not, because Clorox is a bleach product. So no, don't do that. Don't listen to me. Just don't. Hi, I'm Tyler, and I say things. They're not always true or good, but I say them. I was praying you weren't going to say something about using it to remove Vixen. Jesus Christ. What in the fuck? Oh, hi, wifey. For the purpose of the stream, that was satire. That's right. That's my legal disclaimer right there. But can you put Clorox in your veins to kill COVID? No, you can't. Nor should you. Streamloots, you say? Yes, Streamloots, I did say. Remember, you can get those with channel points. Son of a fucking bitch.
Schustermachi wants Harold to tell a story starting with this topic. Susan wearing the Squirrel Squad leggings to soak up the Vicks.
Alright, so I remember a time, and those of you who know me know that I love Susan. Susan is my darling from the North Pole. And yes, there was that one time that we did actually had to get her those leggings because, he chose all kinds of violence right now. So yeah, she had to soak up that Vicks Vapor Rub because, as you know, up in the North Pole, it's chilly. So what we had to do sometimes in order to make sure that we got proper heat was, when the heat was out, and by that I mean, when the fire ran out, what we had to do is we used Vicks Vapor Rub, and we did that on all of the parts to make sure that we stayed warm because, that to us that generated heat. Now that was about as effective as staying warm by downing a 40 of whiskey. It's a good, Vicks Vapor Rub is a cure-all for everything. Yes, it is. It is also, apparently, according to somebody that I knew, if you were paying attention earlier, it apparently is also a lubricant. So, yeah, there is that. There is 100% that. But yes, she actually had to wear those leggings to make sure that she soaked it all up. Now, there was a dual purpose on that. Because, again, it was cold out there in the North Pole. It's true, it was a cure-all from having a girlfriend for that one guy, for sure. Oh, poor Susan. Oh no, she really enjoyed it. She really did like it because it kept her legs very warm. Oh no, Susan got double fucked is what happened there. It was not a pretty sight afterwards. That actually ended up with a very rocky period in our relationship, but that's okay because we made it through. And I outlived her, and that's where the joke is. Well, I'm sad, but I don't want to think about that. Did Susan hate being cold? Yes, Susan absolutely hated being cold because she had very thin fur. Is what it is. She was super thin on the fur, so we had to get her those leggings and make sure that her fur was all covered in that Vicks Vapor Rub. It kept her warm. Again, that's what we thought. It wasn't exactly the most effective thing, but that's okay because it was a very different time back then. Back when Vicks Vapor Rub was used very commonly for a cure-all for, lubricants and things like that. Now, again, in these days, 2 out of 10 would not recommend. The only 2 is for, how you win the race, and that's it. Oh, yes, it's not a very happy sensation. It is not. It was good for me for about 2.5 seconds, but that's about it. Now, again, because it was so cold, now I would put this stuff on, on everywhere. Oh, it much better than Tiger Balm. Much better. That shit cut right through to you and made sure that you weren't congested and whatnot, which is it was a very real danger up in the North Pole there, especially when it got super cold. But that's when you doubled up on how much of the Vicks you put on because you wanted to make sure that you stayed warm. And by stayed warm, I mean you felt like your body was on fucking fire. That's essentially what it was. You may not have actually been warm, but holy shit, your nerves felt like it. That's pretty much how that was. And that's my story of Susan using the leggings to soak up the Vapor Rub. Again, hi, I'm Tyler and I say things. Apparently. Fuck you very much. Oh, Harold, what would we do without you? By the way, that new sticker, that's not supposed to be Harold. It is a nice box. That's not supposed to be Harold, but there are people that think it is Harold, but it's not supposed to be. Anywho, I think it's the mental. It's totally the mental. And by the way, big hello to Crazy Fish Lady. I see you there. Smokey Paul, how you been? What is going on? How are you guys? Welcome to the insanity that is Wednesday, apparently. Where, yeah, I've been saying things. A lot of things. Shake my head. Anyway. I think after the stream, I'm going to make the new green shirt and put it up on the site for you guys. So there will be a 5th option for the drink your water, take your meds. Okay, so those of you who did see the sticker, I was thinking about just making that a sticker. There was also... Hey! Look at you, Polar Bear Mama. Hey! I like the double up. And the triple up. Thanks for the... Okay, now you're just going crazy over here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the shirt. Yeah, I'll do that after the stream. There was somewhere else I was gonna go with. Oh yeah, it's the sticker. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. I was actually thinking about putting that like on a shirt kind of thing. And I can't bring myself to do it. Because I've always said I have feelings about that. Now it's not actually directly me, but it still is. Why did that trigger 2 times? I don't know. Because buttons. Anywho. Yeah, I don't know. It was something I was thinking about, and then I'm just like, no, make it a sticker in the Discord and leave it at that. Yeah, for cards. I said that to make it. I mean, but the thing is,
87 is freaking amazing
I can't...
and has picked up 1 packs of your awesome cards.
Fuck yeah, she is.
I just wanted to be a real squirrel.
Polabamama 87 wants to know something you have done this week that you are proud of.
Okay, I'll get to that in a sec. The thing is, Shoes, I have a problem justifying it, right? It just, to me, it's trying to cross that line of, does this make sense, right? Would anybody even want that, right? That's what it is I just, like, yeah, a sticker, I'd like a fucking stick it on your fridge. What? Okay, I could maybe see that, but I'm having a hard time crossing that line, you know. And as the card asks, something I'm proud of, like I had mentioned earlier, was last night that realization that, well, I mean, admittedly, I do know it all the time. I have a hard time accepting it and, you know, expressing it, I guess. But it's the fact that I know you're saying that, and I'll fucking delete it. If I can't get my brain to make sense of it. But yeah, it's the fact that, like, you know, the realization that, holy shit, I actually can be very artistic, and, you know, I don't think I'm trying to word this right. I think it's my appreciation of your guys' appreciation, if you're following me here, right? The fact that I can do all this shit and so many of you enjoy and appreciate a lot of that stuff, and that, you know, I was last night able to make that recognition and you know, open that, you know what I mean. You preach the preach. Yeah, there you go. Something like that. No, you sit on those. And now I just heard something. Oh, it's that fucking hard drive. Anywho, I'll worry about you later. But yeah, I hope that made sense. That was something that I was proud of last night. Want to see my other card? Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know, do I? There's Mama over there with buttons. I got a thing! I got a thing! I got a thing! Do not perceive me.
I just wanted to be a real squirrel.
Polabamama 87 wants to hear all about your latest song obsession, either one you heard or one you are producing.
Okay. We're gonna play this game, are we? Okay. I can do that. I actually can do that. Because I believe I have it open. Yeah, I do. I actually still have it open. Let me see here. Oh, shut up, Screamy. Boop. Let me see. This one? This one. There we go. Hey, look at that. It's actually open in the right spot. All right. Yes, I can do that. Let me show you. Okay, so I was talking about how... sorry, I'm just going to move my OBS out of the way here so I can still see what you guys are saying. There we go. Yeah, I was talking about how I was planning out for the music video. And I'm just double checking my audio levels in this one here to make sure everything is okay. Where's the music line? FL Studio. Okay, so there we go. So what I was doing was, it was considered as another Herald card. Actually, I think there's a 1 hour timer on that one, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so what I had done was, I had kind of cut apart yesterday to make a video edit for like a video mix for it, because the original I don't want to use it because it is like too long, kind of thing. But the edit one starts right in on the vocals. So what I did was I did a little bit of addition so that I could kind of set the stage in the video for it. And as you can see up here, I've got little markers, right? So I set these markers, and it's every 8 beats is I'm going to be changing the image in the video, right? So, but there's a part up here, I think it's, where is it? Right here, 43, 44, where I'm going to double it up for a little bit, right? So I did that to help myself be able to storyboard for the video. But what I did was, for those of you that do know the originals, I did this for the video mix. Now it's this part here, right up until it gets to here, number 14, is where the album version will come in. So just to give you a little sample of it.
Yesterday.
So just to give you a little bit of a story and how the story's going to go, sort of. Okay, so in this part here, okay, we are setting up. Where are we? All the way to here. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, so in the beginning here, we are establishing the setting. We are establishing the character, and I'm trying to do this like somewhat quickly, comic book style. So we're going to establish the setting, then the character, then what the mission is, and then the character goes on the mission, right? So that's what I'm doing for that intro there. So I wanted to make sure that I had a little bit of space to set that up, right? So that has been what I have been working on, or what I have gotten back to recently, was working on this, right? Setting up this so that I could better storyboard the pictures that I'm going to need, how many I'm going to need, where I'm going to need to double up and things like that. So that's the one thing that I've been working on. And the other, some of you may remember, I like a Picasso. Have you already been streaming for 2 hours? Yes, apparently I have. So it seems. Normally I would have dropped when wifey got home here, but I will do that here shortly. But yeah, this thing here, give it a second, it has to load. But some of you will remember this one that I'm working on. I did do a little bit to it, but not a whole lot, because I'm still into, like, right now I'm working on the drop, which I haven't got a whole lot done. So again, haven't really got a whole lot on that, but I'm sure some of you will appreciate what I do have so far. As you can see, I added a little bit to the intro. Got some more of the plucks going, got some more of the pads going. So this one here is going to be the title track on the next album. So again, because Polar Bear Mama dropped the card, this will be what I work on after I'm done the video. And the intro right now is very basic. Obviously, I'm going to add more to it. And I'm going to fill this in more, of course. But now my favorite part.
I'm the fire in the night, I'm the storm in the wind. I'll unleash my wrath with no time to rescind. There's no holding back, all the power within. Crush all in my path, let the chaos begin. Eyes full of fury, ready to transcend. Rage coursing through and about to ascend. No mercy inside, this is where it all ends. As all turns to ash, I will have my revenge. I forgot to turn my mic on. I'm so sorry. Because I muted it for the song. Anyway, what I was saying was... Thanks for the reminder there. What I was saying was, I still have a lot of work to do, but that's what I've been working on for that. Then I have... Let me see. What is this one? I don't even know if I have anything really established in this one yet. No, I don't really. But this one is going to sound like this. Those of you, again, who know how I design things, I set up the meat of the track here first. Oh, it's an ad break right now? It's all right. We'll give it the 30 seconds for those of you. Sorry, I'm totally not paying attention to that today. I totally am not. Whoopsie. My bad. 20 seconds, I see. So for those of you, do you do anything with guitars? I can. Do you mean like guitar samples? Do you mean like write with my own instruments, VSTs? Because I can. I have done that. Right? I can use guitar VSTs and make them sound pretty realistic. All right. I apologize for those who got smacked with the ad break. Like I said, I haven't been paying attention, so I apologize for that. Right, with VSTs? Yeah, I can. I have done it before. But yeah, this one here, again, those of you who know how I write know that I put basically the meat of everything together so I know what it sounds like and then expand from there. Piano all the time. This one's going to sound something like, let me see here. Oh yeah, because I have those muted. There we go. This one's going to sound like this. So yeah, there's going to be that one. Don't have a title for it. Have a good stream and good time zone. You too, Liz. Have yourself a good nap. Or a good sleep. And a good rest of your day. But But yeah, that's another one that's going to be on the album. Of course, Together as One is going to be there. Revenge. I'm doing the Yesterday Video remix. A lot of these are stuff from the next album, the Taylor Drive album. So, the Planet Project is another one that I am going to try. I'm probably just going to put it up as a video on my YouTube channel, like I have been doing with a lot of the lo-fi stuff. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on in answer to your card. So I thank you for pointing out my hyperfocuses. I appreciate that. Let's go back to this window here, and so that the volume goes down a bit, and turn it down on my ears. So yeah, again, a reminder to you that coming up on the 8th is when the next album is released, Dreams and Echoes. It will be on all platforms. If you are a first-class member or a first-class patron, you will get yourself a digital copy of it to download. Heading off to dinner, have a good rest of your stream, and you as well. I should probably get out of here and start planning my own because, holy shit, I just noticed what time it is. So, I will, we will wrap up by saying this, in case you haven't heard me say it enough, which is exactly how it's listed in the store. You can get yourself the shirt now that says and reminds you, drink your water, take your meds, and be kind to yourself. So, with that said, we're going to wrap up. We'll get out of here. Let's see if we can find somebody to go and dump a little bit of love onto, shall we? What may I say? Those of you that are flinging cards at me to do stupid shit. Yeah. Yeah, those of you that are flinging cards at me to do stupid shit, I appreciate all of you guys as well. Let me see here. Ooh. Let's go find some, let's do this.
Surprise, motherfucker. First prize, motherfucker. Hard eyes, motherfucker. Rude eyes, motherfucker. Supplies, motherfucker. Some fries, motherfucker. Disguise, motherfucker. Some pies, motherfucker. All rise, motherfucker. Wrong size, motherfucker. Super size, motherfucker. Snake eyes, motherfucker. I got highs, motherfucker.
It's true, I do. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go say hi to Zach Bussey, who is, if you don't follow him, if you're a streamer, I do recommend it because he has incredible streaming information and stuff like that. He's a lot like, think Harris Heller, but on a, we got hi, motherfucker. But he pays attention more to, like, the information, the news that comes out. And another Fourth Wall member. So, let's go do that. Let's go say hi to Zach. So make sure you get some little raid emotes in there and show a little bit of love. But again, I'm out of here. Hopefully I will feel good enough to see you on Friday. So as the shirt says, drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself, and I will see all of you in the Discord. Ciao for now, my lovelies.
Spirit life? That is what Popeye sounds like when he's singing.